At the center of it all, it's you that I see. It's you that I see. At the center of it all, it's you that I see.
Somebody sent me something the other day, and it said, be thankful for everything that God is doing in your life, even for where you are today. It says there was a rich man who was sitting in his Lamborghini, or whatever you want to call them, one of these small cars that cost a lot of money. And he saw someone fly in a private jet and said, I wish I was in a private jet. And whilst he was wishing that he was in a private jet and driving past another guy who was on a motorcycle, you know, Suzuki's and the one, the Harley Davidson, I think that's the top end of the motorbikes. So the guy and says, I wish I was in the Ferrari. And whilst he was saying that, the other guy who was on the bicycle said, I wish I was on the Suzuki. And the guy who was on the bicycle was passing through a guy who was in a wheelchair, and the guy on the wheelchair says, I wish I was in a bicycle. No, the guy who was in the bicycle saw the guy who was walking, the guy who was walking saw the guy who was on the wheelchair. And the end of the story is that until you become grateful for where you are, you always think there's better behind where you are. But for some of us, where we are is where God really wants to bless us at. But until you begin to appreciate what you have, you cannot take full advantage of what you have. Am I speaking to someone? Hello, someone? So there is a blessing in being thankful for the things that God has allowed you to have, and not being angry or anxious about the things that you don't have. Amen. Amen, someone. I was at work yesterday, and one of the guys at work said to me, your hair is going gray. Do you want me to remove the gray ones? I said, why are you wanting to remove them? Did you put them there? He says, no, we can use tweezers to take them out. I said, no, they belong. Amen, someone. Why am I saying this? See, you've got to get comfortable with where you are. I can remove it. I said, you know that biologically, even if you remove the gray hair, the cell where that gray came from is now gray. So it's going to produce another gray. That's why you can't get rid of gray hair. Amen, someone. Oh, many of you are thinking, we are still far from that. I'm just helping you. Today it looks like a fashion to have a bald head. It's because people don't want to see gray.
Jehovah is your name.